I'm here at Watmore Farm Fishery. It's a very cold 28th of March. We're at the back end of March. We've still got freezing weather, so it's pretty much winter conditions, to be honest. I've got two rods with me. Method I'm going to be using today is little open-ended feeder, two open-ended feeders, very short hook length with prawn. Going to try some prawn as bait, as a hook bait, and a bit of luncheon meat a bit further out. What I'm going to do is put one rod close in near the margins and one rod just a bit further out, 20-25 yards just out in the lake in the middle. Going to be using standard bread and bran ground bait mix. You can't really go wrong with that. That's totally awesome. It's been very successful. It can get a bit loose when you're throwing it out. You just got to compact it a bit more, and the same goes when you're putting it into the open-ended feeder. You've got to crush it in a bit more and compact it a bit more so it doesn't spray out as quickly. Thankfully there's no big gusts of wind today. The wind is about, but it's not enough to put me off fishing, put it that way. Graeme might be joining me later this evening. He's not crazy enough to come out and fish all day. He's probably a bit wiser, to be honest, and going to come and fish the evening, I think. So I'm going to go show you the rigs now and hopefully get the rods out and maybe get a fish with a bit of luck. Okay guys, here's the setup. Small fixable reel, nice small reel, 6 pound main line. That goes on to open-ended feeder there, little stop bead and a small swivel and a very short, I don't know, 7-8 inch hook link. Not ultra short, but short enough, short hook link. And this one with the prawn, there's the prawn bait, and that's a size 8, I think. Yep, that's a size 8 hook there. And then on my other setup, open-ended feeder, again stop bead and a small swivel, small hook link, and then there is a nice bit of fatty pork luncheon meat. This one's on a size 6 hook, this one's going further out. For the hook link, I'm using Stroft GTM monofilament. Now it's got a breaking strand of 3.6 kilos, so that's around 7 pounds-ish. But it's very thin, it's very clear, thin line. It's really good. Barbel anglers use it quite a bit. We've had very good success with this. Being winter conditions, we ideally want to keep it as hidden as possible, the rig. Then I've got my swivel stop beads there, Drennan's size 14s, and then we've got Drennan, what are these? Wide gape specialist hooks, size 8 and size 6. The reason why they're quite big is because we're using quite big hook baits. We're not using maggots, not using corn. You know, we're using quite reasonably sized prawns and a big bit of luncheon meat. Ground bait wise, you know what it's going to be, guys, don't you? I already know. There we go, that's our ground bait. You can see that. Just bran, bread, bit of porridge oats, and we chucked in a bit of sweet corn in there as well, a bit of leftover sweet corn that we've had from the other day. So I'm going to ball that up, throw that out, close in for the prawn bait, where I'm going to put the prawn bait, and then about 20-25 yards out for the luncheon meat. Okay guys, been here about 2 hours now. Baited up a few times. Not a bite yet. Not a bite, not a line bite, nothing. I did say conditions were against me. Seen a few birds around, a couple of cormorants, fisherman's favourite friend. Getting through the ground bait a bit as well. I'm making sure I'm putting that out often. Oh, that wasn't a fake, don't worry, my hands are here, the rods are down there. That's the first bit of action of something, any sign that I've seen so far for 2 hours. Like I say, Dad might be joining me later. It's at 2 o'clock now. He'll probably be here 4 or 5 o'clock now, and him rocking up late. No doubt he'll catch like he does. Guys, I'm not sure if the camera's focused properly. If it isn't, I apologise. It's now 4:45. I've got a fish on, finally. Had a few line bites, a couple of beeps on the buzzers, but I mean they were nothing. They were literally just a few line bites, and this one, to be honest, didn't really scream off with it. It's winter time, so they're not exactly going to do that much. But this is on the prawn rod, and I'm just going to go and net this fish. Get in. There we go, guys. There we go, guys. £5 4oz on the prawn with the open-ended feeder in freezing cold conditions. Lovely little mirror. I am chuffed. Totally awesome fishing. That is totally awesome in cold conditions. My first winter carp. Let's get him back now. Just had that £5 4 on the prawn. We're on about 10 to 4, quarter to 4. It's getting colder. I'm really happy I got that fish, to be honest. I did think I was going to blank today, but it's getting colder. What I might do now, I've had nothing on the luncheon meat. I might switch the prawn on both rods. That one that took just now was in the margins. I'll still keep that rod out there, but I might switch the bait to prawn. Got a bit of confidence about the prawn. Threw in a few prawns down here as well with the ground bait. So I'm hoping this is the spot down here that might pick up a few more carp. Only time will tell, I guess. Let's get the baits in the water. Another fish on, fish number 2. I did change over to prawns. I told you guys I changed over to prawns. and it looks like the prawns are the #1 bait today. Again, a very slow take, but managed to strike him well. And we've got a digger here. Ooh, this one's got a bit more strength, this one. Bit more strength in this one. I'm on Dad's Avon Quiver rod. He doesn't know, don't tell him. Well, he will know when he watches this. I managed to keep that on the low. Nice bend in this rod though, lovely bend. Could be a better fish, guys, could be a better fish. It's holding well. It's a better fish. It's definitely bigger than 5 pounds. I only chucked one ball of ground bait out with this one on the far out rod. Oh, he's stripping me again. Mainly because I don't actually have that much left. Obviously, I'm not throwing prawns out that far. £7.12. There we go. That's totally awesome on the prawn. Let's get it back. Get another one. Okay, guys. Just wanted to show you how to hook the prawns. Very similar to hooking a worm. Just put the hook in the edge of the prawn here. If I can get it out of my finger. In the edge of the prawn. Roll it around the hook. And when you get to the eye, pop that base bit over the eye of the hook. Like that, so it doesn't slide off the hook. And there's the hook and the tail of the prawn just there. That's all ready to go. All I need to do now, fill up this open-ended feeder with bran and bread ground bait mix, a couple of sweet corn, chuck it out there and get another carp. Right guys, I'm actually out of battery now on the camera. Dad's just coming over here. There's a backup camera, luckily our little small one, so we might be able to get a bit more footage, but as you can see, I'm on my 3rd carp here. Again on the prawns, so I was just mixing up another bit of bran and bread ground bait mix. And this bugger got the bait. Haven't seen it yet, I'm not sure what it is. It feels a bit smaller than the last one. Nevertheless, it's a carp in the cold. And that's what we want to be doing, isn't it? Yeah. This was on the prawn that was further out in the middle, and it looks like another small mirror. But we'll take it. I'm going to go net it now. Another one bites the dust. That's totally awesome fishing for you folks. Let's get him unhooked. Right guys, that's the end of the session. We've had a nice, lovely sunset. Dad joined me for a bit at the end, just for about an hour. He was using bread. We haven't had anything, to be honest. I've had no bites on mine either. But still, 3 carp today on the open-ended feeder. I'm really chuffed with that. It's been bitter cold today, winter conditions, and the prawn bait that we used has been proved to be really good today. I had nothing on the luncheon meat, and Dad's had nothing on the bread. So overall a good result. As for now, we're going to pack up. We might give it the old totally awesome 5-minute warning, but until next time.